Buffett. Welcome to Let's Talk Football. Welcome to a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Shout out for the love, Buffett, too. I see a lot of people are watching the channel, but I just hope you guys subscribe, Buffett, so we can grow and so I can give you more content, Buffett. Today it's not much because I've been gone for the week. I had some internet problems, Mare. I'm back. This is the one video at least I should drop for the week. So let's get into some news that happened like this week and maybe yesterday and today. On Monday, hopefully article from Newsroom Africa, and it's surrounding SAFA and the new president. So let's get into it and then I discuss further. Yeah, from Newsroom Africa. Businessman and Amazulu FC owner Sandile ZUNGU has confirmed he will challenge Denis Jordan for the SAFA presidency at the association's elective congress this September. According to reports, ZUNGU has emerged as the preferred candidate of the Save Our SAFA lobby group in a contest expected to shape the future of leadership of South African football. ZUNGU says he has accepted the nomination and is ready to contest the presidency. So, Bafetu, as you can see, Sandile ZUNGU, the Amazulu owner, is officially a candidate to challenge Denis Jordan. And personally, I think Bab ZUNGU is a great businessman, a billionaire. He's running Amazulu well, so maybe administrative-wise or sharp, but I don't know, man. For SAFA, I don't know. I'd rather have Motsepe because he's proven. Rabona, the way he runs Kev, but like Motsepe as a club owner, a builder SUNDOWNS so to be in a very good and competitive team in Africa, and then he moved on to be the CAF president. So maybe the Sandile ZUNGU, this is a stepping stone from where he started as being the club owner of Amazulu, and Amazulu have been performing well. He's running the club very well. Amazulu is in the top 4 league, top 5 every season. So he's running the club well. I just hope if he wins the elections, at least the same energy that he had Amazulu, at least the same energy at SAFA, and maybe SAFA but if we're being honest, SAFA, we need a new president. We need to move on from Denis Jordan. He has been around for I think 4 terms. It's like 14 years if I'm not mistaken. That man, he has been around. Okay, for the longest I can remember, Denis Jordan has always been the SAFA president. So I think it's time for change. And the good thing is Bafana already know we have a good foundation. So I hope the structure of SAFA will change inside the structure and maybe move differently. Speaking of that, moving on to another thing, Bafetu. That Hugo Bros according to Unplayable, SAFA sources say Hugo Bros remains Bafana head coach and may not retire this year as expected. He actually wants to win the AFCON next year. I totally disagree with this, Bafetu. I really think Hugo Bros should go. We're grateful for what he did for like the foundation that he has set. We are grateful, but we need to move on. Rebone World Cup, actually from the AFCON just before the World Cup. Rebone already since Azaman Tutsedi. He's a pragmatic coach. That I think he's not a typical player to a point. So I feel like we should get a new coach, and then now I'm pushing more for a local coach. Pito specifically. Because of Coach Pito, he knows our players. He came to South Africa. He knows what South Africa wants. He knows what South Africa needs. Onal experience in national team. He was part of the technical team. Bafana 2010 World Cup. So obviously, onal experience the highest level. He won the CAF Champions League with Mamelodi Sundowns. He went on to coach Egypt. He won 2 Champions League titles. Le Al Ahly lost 1 final. Moved on to go coach in the Gulf, Saudi. So I really think Peter is the right man for the job, but he needs to get the backing of the association. SAFA tlamile emobeke. Peter tlamile at the technical team. Tlamile baskamtatise. At least ba mo fe a 4 4 or 5 year contract so we can build. Of course next year ke AFCON and we want to win it, but now as you say no a build or fang AFCON. I believe he can win the AFCON next year, but he's gonna need time and patience. AFCON, and then from there he should build for qualifying for World Cup 2030. World Cup 2030, we should be working towards that, and then rebuild. AFCON I really think AFCON we should go out all out and try to win it. We have the right players to do it, so we should go out all out and try to win it. Hugo Brosen, I think he should leave. I don't think SAFA should try to keep this guy. Kebone, some other article they're trying to keep him in a maybe a sporting director role or technical director role. Personally, I think he's old, he's tired, he doesn't want to be involved in football anymore. As much as Tefidori is much more attached to South Africa, I think he should leave. It's time for us to move on, build on what he has started. Obi the foundation is sharp. I'm never rebuild from what he has started with our local coach, which is Pitso Msimane. If not Pitso, if we're not a foreign coach, it has to be a top coach. It has to be a top coach, because when it comes to Pitso's CV Pitso is sharp. You cannot deny that Pitso has grown. And if you look about Obuaran, the time he was the head coach back then, and I feel like he wasn't given enough opportunity to improve. So now I feel like I'm never at least a 4 to 5 years contract, and then Pitso build them on let him cook. Moving on to other news, man. This is for another Mamelodi Sundowns former coach. Coach MANQOBA has been appointed as the new coach of YANGA, Young Africans in Tanzania. Here's the official announcement from the club. MANQOBA will be the new coach for YANGA, and he had a few words to say about the appointment. Unplayable had to quoted this: MANQOBA on YANGA head coach role. It's always exciting. I just wanted to be back into the Champions League space and see what can happen. An ambitious club that is willing to try and bring some players to make sure that we can achieve our objectives. Very professional setup that is very encouraging for me, and it's something that I've always been looking forward to. And it's something that I've always been looking forward to be back in the Champions League and see how far I can take the East of Africa in the Champions League. Eastern Africa has been struggling a lot when it comes to the Champions League. Not much from their teams, but so far at Simba appointed Steve Barker. Steve Barker and YANGA appointed MANQOBA, and they are rivals. But Baba YANGA Babu no, because before Steve Barker at Simba, it was Faglu Davis. He won the league, qualified for the Champions League, but he left the team. And then Ba appointed Steve Barker. Steve Barker Hana Stellenbosch. He won the league, So Yanga, I think they taking the same direction because Babona rivals are they are dominate, and also that's why they went for a South African coach. And I think it's a good appointment. MANQOBA experience is MANQOBA experience Champions League experience through Mamelodi Sundowns as one of the co-coaches, and he was the head coach for about half of the season. He was the assistant there, Pitom Simani, for the longest of time when he was at Sundowns. I think he was even part of the Champions League winning team. Yeah, he was part of the Champions League winning team. So Coach MANQOBA, good luck at Yanga, and I hope, man, somehow that Champions maybe we group, who knows. But yeah, shout out to Coach MANQOBA and all the best. Moving on to the next one, Sipombuli. Sipombuli has got a new team. He's in Iraq. He landed yesterday, and I saw some pictures already. He's even started to train. The bonus, some people saying Kaizer Chiefs. Nah, Sipo is gone, guys. Really Iraq, and he will be playing outside of the country. I'm not sure about his contract, how long it is, but I think Sipo Mona player personally paid himself more than any paid himself because on total opportunity Pirates that and unfortunately it didn't work out. So I don't know he's in Iraq. I don't know Sipo but I good luck to him and I hope he can play his best football there. I don't think any team in South Africa is gonna buy Sipombuli. So his career in South Africa, I think, man, it's gone. So yeah, that's it for Sipombuli. Another thing, Bafethu, in more transfer news, Simba has reached agreement to sign Keleto Magalo. Steve Barker's Simba SC have agreed a deal with Skokune United to sign winger Keleto Magalo. Our posters established. Tanzanian Giants have met Babina Noko's valuation and personal terms are verbally agreed. So far it's just a verbal agreement. But Jeboni, another thing that just came out before I shot this is since YANGA appointed MANQOBA, they're trying to hijack this and MANQOBA spanele. So if verbal agreement speed to officially man, he might change and go to YANGA. But I think Keleso going to Simba is a good thing because Simba already seven structures like the way they work. They know how to work it out as a team. But all can team already since the sharp. Olo replace I think Neo Mayema because Neo Mayema just came back to Sundowns. Loan delay if he did that. So he just came back to Sundowns, not knowing if maybe by discuss behind the scenes or Simba keep permanente. But he's back with Sundowns. Maybe they're trying to find a way out for him because I don't think Batum keep Anewo at Sundowns. So he might be going back at Abona. And if Batral Keleto happy, Keleto is a good signing. And I think for him personally, I'm happy for him because I don't think South Africa appreciate Keleto that much. Keleto had a great season. I think the season before last season maybe it had a bit of a dip, but the season before he had a terrific season. So no. Moving to YANGA, I think it's a good move for him. Rodala Champions League football. I mean Simba. Rodala Champions League football. Rodala Tibeloring computer for league every season in Tanzania. So chances are auto winner league. Because already Rashid Rook Le Neo already won the league with Simba. So I think this is a good move for Keleto. And yeah, man, all the best. I hope our bonds or what he's made of, because that player I've always liked him since I Sundowns. And then unfortunately he couldn't play because we had a lot of players at that time Badalam position. So good luck to Keleto, man, and I hope Retagopana Champions League. And the last thing I want to touch on before we close the video is the fixture between Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. Basically, this is the biggest fixture of our season. Let's say our fixture. This is the biggest fixture. Of course, I know Soweto Derby, and people are gonna say the Soweto Derby. Mare, if we are being honest, a fixture with consequences. It's a Sundowns versus Pirates fixture. Both teams do compete for league. Both teams are competing for every competition in the country. So every time I face Sana, it's bound to be a crazy fixture. Well, but still the date for the fixture, and looking at these dates, I think it will change our because the 5 to or 8. It's it's Champions League weekend, Total Champions League, and both teams are competing in the CAF Champions League. So I think that fixture is gonna be moved. The second fixture, Leona, depending how far both teams are gonna be into Champions League by April. But if both teams are still in the competition, the fixture might move. But if not, maybe they're gonna keep the date. But the first date, you're gonna change. It will change because weekend they are CAF Champions League, and I'm pretty sure if not both, one of the teams club in the competition, or maybe they're already defending champions, so most definitely they're already in there. So yeah, man, this is the future. Just for everybody that's gonna be looking out for that future, they be aware that the times might change. The times might change. The dates actually might change because of the CAF Champions League. Well, that's it from me, Bafetu. Shout out to everybody that got thus far to the video. Shout out to you for liking. Shout out to everybody that's subscribing to the channel. And the guys, Bafetu, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please press the sub, Bafetu. Press the sub so we can grow the channel, Bafetu. So I can keep giving you content. This weekend, because I'm still feel like the internet, I'm back. And yeah, man, shout out to you, Bafetu. I'll be back again. Maybe, I think, if not tomorrow on Monday for the weekend review, because no the quarterfinal in the World Cup. So before we get into the semi-final and the final of the World Cup. Well, that's it from me, Bafetu. Shout out to you that got thus far to the video. Please subscribe, like, and tell me what you think about everything that's been discussed in the video. Shout out, Bafetu. Shout out. We out.